To manage some log here, or to create this log, I'll add a new property to this data object. I'll name it turns, because I want to store these separate turns of the game there and then log them to this page, to this area I set up for this. So how should turns get updated? How do we want to manage our turns? Now, if we attack, for example, then I want to push a new turn on this turns array. So here, after attacks, I want to add a new turn. So I can say this turns, and I don't want to push it actually. I don't want to add it at the end. Let's say I want to add it at the beginning. The opposite of pushed is unshift. So this adds this turn as the first item in the array and shifts all other items one element to the right, so to say. So I want to unshift a new item on this turn array. This should be an object where I determine if it is the player who did this turn. I'll set this to true here. And then some text. Now the text should be what we did and how much damage we dealt, or for how much we healed. So here we could say player hits monster 4, and then here the value should be the damage. Now for that I need to store the damage in a separate variable. I can't use it like this anymore. So let's simply use a separate variable here to have the damage I dealt here. And this should store this in this turns array. Now let's see if this works, and we'll have to fine-tune this a little bit later, but for now let's also add it for the monster in the monster attacks array here. Here we want to say monster hits player 4, and also store the damage here in a separate variable so that we log the correct damage here. We clearly can't call this calculate damage down there again. We would get a new random number. And of course, this is not the player, so let's set it to false. With this set up, we are adding items to our array. Now we also want to print this array in the index.html file so that we can see it. So let's do this in the next video.